Spinal muscular atrophy has never been at the forefront for any medical anything, despite having taken the lives of many children and made the lives of many adults sometimes actual hell since the discovery in the 1890s because it is rare. Back in December of 2018, it was announced that finally a treatment was approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The world rejoiced after bated breath held for so many years by so many hopeful spinal muscular atrophy sufferers. But, and it was a big but, not everyone has access to it. Currently, based on the curesma.org website, there's about 20 types of drugs or treatments in the pipeline, and of that 20, 3 have been approved by the FDA and are available to select patients in some countries. These treatments are Spinraza by Biogen, Zolgensma by Novartis, and Evrysdi by Roche. I'll try in plain language to explain each one in terms of what they are, what they do, who gets to have them, and who doesn't. Spinraza, also known as nusinersen, is an antisense oligonucleotide. In simple terms, it's a synthetic bit of genetic code, the SMN1 sequence, delivered into the person's spine by injection, and it replaces the faulty bit of code in their genes so that the body can make the correct protein for motor neuron health. This injection happens every 4 months as long as the person lives. Spinraza is available for persons of all ages and is available in more than 50 countries except Malaysia. It works for people who haven't completely lost motor neurons or muscle tissue due to disease progression. The main purpose of Spinraza is not to make new motor neurons, but to improve the function of existing motor neurons and muscle tissue. As with any form of treatment, it may come with some side effects like lower respiratory infection, fever, constipation, vomiting, back pain, and post-lumbar puncture syndrome. Zolgensma, also known as I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, is a one-off treatment injection that introduces a synthetic SMN1 sequence through a viral shell that goes into the neuron cells to start producing the correct amount of SMN protein in the body. The viral shell destroys itself once it's in the neuron cell, and the gene doesn't merge with a person's native DNA, so it's just there, hanging out, making SMN proteins for free. It's specifically for children under 2 years of age, and the potential side effects include liver issues, and that can be quite problematic. Additionally, your body now has an immune response to the virus shell, and you cannot use it again. Most adults and some children are already naturally immunized to the viral shell used, making it ineffective. Evrysdi, also known as Risdiplam, is an oral medication taken daily for the rest of the person's life. It is a small molecule splicing modifier that, when introduced to a body, will be able to cross the blood-brain barrier without much trouble and into the neurons to target the RNA. This causes the production of more functional SMN protein made by the backup gene. Evrysdi is usable by everyone above the age of 2 months and is available in more than 50 countries, including Malaysia, but I have something to say about that later. The common possible side effects include fever, diarrhea, rashes in adults, and some other maybe more problematic side effects in children. All these existing treatments are extremely expensive and require careful negotiation between the specific companies and a country's governing body to be a legitimate option for the people suffering from spinal muscular atrophy. Hint, hint, Malaysia. I say that, but Evrysdi is also already available for Malaysians with SMA through personal funding, but I'm not sure how much it costs. What I do know is that you need to go see your neurologist and pester them, and that I've been told that you need to also contact a specialist from both the MOE and MOH hospitals to make the recommendation for you. Personally, I'm working on that and will keep you updated on my progress. Until then, I hope this write-up has been helpful in explaining what each treatment does, and please check out the links I've provided for further and more in-depth information.